Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Revive Beauty. My name is Donna and I'm so happy you're here. Today we have two projects. Project one, we'll be using this paper. It's called Empress on my site. Isn't she beautiful? And we're going to use some V-Flex appliques. We're going to do several different kinds of these and they'll all be listed in the description below. And you can see I'm going to use this oval frame that I purchased from Goodwill. And if you happen to find an oval frame, you should grab it. They are hard to find. But first of all, I'm going to start with some molds. I have two molds here. One's called Nocturnal Insects and the other one's called Mega Moth. And there's a picture of them. You can see them real quick there. And they're Imaginarium. So I purchased them off Etsy. And I will try to link those below. I'm going to use some casting resin here. I'm not using all of them, but I am going to use quite a few of them on this project and the next project. So stay tuned because we have Dark and Moody and Gothic here. And I know a lot of you said you like this stuff, so hopefully you like this one. I do. It was fun to do. And I think it came out pretty nice. So if you haven't seen casting resin before being used, you use equal parts of A and B. So I'm sort of measuring them there, making sure I have them even. I suppose you should be weighing them, but I don't. I just sort of measure them. And I'm sort of trying to figure out which moths I know I want to use. So you mix them all together, putting them in one cup and mixing it. And you just, as soon as you see some like little bubbles, then you can start pouring. And you don't want to take too long because then it will start hardening on you. Trust me, I've done it. So here I am pouring, going through. Some of these I did real good, and some of these I over poured, and I had to trim them. But I did better this time than I have before. I was sort of impressed with myself that I didn't make a huge mess. So then, yeah, you know, it's pretty fast when they start hardening on you. I did speed it up, so it wasn't that fast. But yeah, I sped it up so we wouldn't have to wait. Watching paint dry. Watching molds firm up. So here I am doing some trimming. I'm pulling them out. Not all of them. Some of them came out perfect. But these few here I had to trim. So like, I think that one was pretty perfect. So we got those done. Let's see. So I believe now I'm going to be mixing some paint. So I have plaster paint, metallic in the color Princess Dye. And I'm going to mix it with some black paint that I have there. And I was trying to get like a midnight blue with a little bit of that metallic sparkle. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it turns out really pretty. So look at this color. It's called Princess Dye. Oh, wow. Isn't that pretty? But I want it darker, so I'm mixing it with black. And I was like, oops, maybe I got too much. We'll have to see. Mixing it, I'm using a popsicle stick. Just trying to get it all mixed up. Yeah, needed a little more black. Oh, a little bit more. So tell me, do you guys like Gothic? Because this is a little bit Gothic, a little bit dark and moody. I know a lot of people consider them the same. I don't know if they are or not. You guys let me know. Do you think Gothic and dark and moody are the same? You know, maybe I'll do a poll. I'm just curious. I think there's a little difference in them. So here I'm going around, I'm painting the frame. Oh, got it all painted. That was fast. And I painted the moths. They're all going to be the same color. Just going around, touching up. And look, I'm wearing gloves. How about that? Protecting my fingers. So doing some touch up on the painting. And they were sticking to the paper. I'm just going around. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to be painting my V-Flex products. And I chose these because they're sort of viney and flowery. So in that picture, there's those tree branches and stuff. So I was trying to mimic that in the picture. Yeah, I decided to put down a clean piece of paper and lay them down. This gets really messy. Just going through each one, trying to get them all covered. You know, like I said in a previous video, these are like hard to get covered because they have so many vents and nooks and crannies in them, and you know, you really got to get in there. Well, you think you might have them covered, and then once they start drying, you see some white pop up. So most of the time you can get away with one coat and just, you know, go over them with the spots that are, you know, didn't get completely covered. So like I said, these are really easy to use. I love them. It's my product, so I'm very proud of it. So just going through, doing some touch-ups. So you're just going to have to go over a few spots that are still white. So I did speed up the video, so it wasn't taking forever to go through. Taking those gloves off. They were a mess. Now I'm going to do some drying. Make sure they're all nice and dry. Okay. So this is the mat that came in the frame. It's not a real mat. I think somebody just took like poster board or something and cut it out. So I'm just painting it the same color. It's like a midnight blue. It's really, really pretty. Came out really nice. And the color did, I mean. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's left a comment, and the kindness is just awesome. You guys make me so happy. Okay, so we got the frame painted, we got the moths painted, I know the V-Flex is painted, there we go. So now I'm just going to try to put on the frame, you know, I'm trying to figure out where I want everything and how it looks. And I don't think I cut anything out of this because I wanted you guys to really see what I'm doing. So I'll be adding the moths. And the one up there, I'll be doubling it. Let's see, and you can't really see, I'm sorry. I have such a hard time getting everything in the camera. And I'm working on it too, trying to make sure it still does this. And just Trying to figure out how everything goes. So you can see, this is why I'm calling her the Moth Queen. Just cutting these to fit better. And these are so easy to cut. I didn't like the way that looked, I don't think. I'm thinking about it. Yep. Nope. It's not gonna work. So I'm just gonna trim it, trying to figure out where we're at. And then add it back on. So see, they sort of look viney, like the moths are in the vines and the flowers. That's what I was going for, that look. So do I have it the way I want it? I think I do. I think I pretty much leave it this way. Yep. I have my glue, so I'm going to start gluing everything down. See, I have two there, so I wanted to give it like a real good dimension there on that one. So I glued it together. Let's see, anything else? So, oh, I guess I didn't. I don't know why I used this glue. I mean, it's a good glue. It's the Beacon 3-in-1, but I have some Gorilla Glue that is so much better. I don't know why I didn't use it. Yeah, so I'm just getting everything glued down. So trying to get a video out every week, it's been a little difficult, but I think we're going to be getting better once I figure out what's going on. I was having mic issues. I got a new mic. Still had some issues, but I think I have it figured out now. Boy, I hope so. It was like so staticky. And I know my other Dark and Moody video was very staticky. But hopefully these are better. So I'm continuing to glue, and I was trying to warm that up a little bit to get it to bend, or sort of meld into the form I was trying to get. So I did warm it up a little. It's not my favorite thing, putting heat on stuff, but that was just a light heat, sort of like drying it. It wasn't that bad. Okay, just getting everything down. Trying to go through, clean up some of that excess glue that's coming out. Yep. What do you guys think so far? I really do love this. So you guys, next week, the project that's going to be out next week, oh, it's my favorite so far. And it's a Dark and Moody. So I can't wait to get that one done and released. So yeah, that had a little thing hanging out over there. So it didn't look very good, so I'm covering it with that moth. There you go. Just hide it. Still trying to figure out where these all go. Oh, let me do some drying now. Yeah, I'm just doing some drying. Okay, there I go with the mat and the pitcher. Trying to get in there. So I did struggle getting this back into the frame. This whole glass thing, but so I'm sort of laying it in there. Don't you guys think she's beautiful? I think she's like beautiful and she's fierce looking. I just love her. And that's why I'm calling her the Moth Queen. Look at that. Yes. So yeah, this was a little bit of a struggle getting this back in. And then it's such an old frame, and then it has those little metal flap things that you know, push down to hold it in. And oh, those things were so hard. And every time I was trying to use my fingers, and it just was hurting my fingers. So I think at one point I grabbed something to try to push them down because they were so hard. Let's see, do I show that? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Trying to push them down with that. Because they were hard. They were hard on the fingers. Look at that. I had to put some elbow grease in there. Okay, look at that. Oh my gosh, is that not gorgeous? So I had these left over, so I thought, oh, I'm just going to add them. You know, you can see in the picture there's little branches and stuff. So I thought, oh, I'll just add them. They'll just blend in. Well, really, I did it, but I'm really not feeling it. So now I wish I didn't, but they're on there. But I think I could probably remove them if I wanted to and just clean the glass. I haven't tried, but I might. You guys let me know what you think. Do you think I should leave these on there? Do you like them? Or should I take them off? Tell me what you guys think. I'm telling you, I don't really like them, but other people might. So I'm just trying to get it to sort of blend in there. And then clean the glass with some glue on there. So I'm going to be using that bronze wax on these. And I believe it's a Prima bronze age. It's called Bronze Age. So I'm using that to highlight all those vines and moths. I don't know what this stuff just adds so much. It's like rub and buff. Just adds so much to these and to your project. Do you guys do anything different? Just curious what other people would do if they were working on this project. Would you highlight it with a bronze? Would you do something different? There we go. I think it's turning out pretty fantastic. That light, sorry about that. That's in the way. Getting a glare on that picture, on that glass. So I'm just going around the edge of the frame a little bit, blending it in. Oh, okay, here's project number 2. Stay till the end for the final reveal. So this one we're using, this paper is called Cage Darkness. And this one here, I believe is called Vintage Lace. I'm not sure on that one, I'll have to check. And this is a cigar box. So I'm calling this the Queen's Magic Box. And my first step was to use some chalk paint, and I had to water it down. It's gotten really thick on me. It's the Deco Art, and I think it's called Lace. I purchased it on sale at Hobby Lobby. Well, they were having clearance. Remember when they had all their paints on clearance? I purchased it then. So I'm gonna do some drawing here. Now I'm going to use the same color of paint. I'm going to use that. I'm calling it Midnight Blue. I don't know what else to call it. But I'm using the plaster paint again in the Princess dye. It's a beautiful color. I'm adding black to it. Yeah, you gotta get those lids clean because they stick and then you can't get them open. That goes with any paints like that. So, trying to get the right color. So here I'm just going to go over around the box and paint it, not color it. I'm painting it. And I'm going to do some drawing. One of the things with projects is you have a lot of painting and drawing. Because with crafting. And there, I'm going to lay this. So my thoughts were, you know, because it has a cage, so I figured that could be like the moth cage. And then I'm going to put some moths on top of it. So right now I'm just sort of measuring it out, what size I need. And I'm going to be using Mod Podge, and I water it down. I've mentioned this before. I like my Mod Podge thin. So it goes on with like a thin coat. And I don't have any problems when I do this. And the paper, I missed the back of it just to spritz it a little so that it just lays better. Royce from Rory Cycle Treasures does that, and I tried it and it works for all types of paper. She says it expands the fibers so that they don't wrinkle that much. You still every now and then get wrinkles, but not nearly as many. So just trying to get it laid down. There we go. I think I got it. So now I'm going over the top with Mod Podge just to get it sealed in. And I'm going to get it good and dry. There are the moths, the leftover moths from my pour on the first project. Looks like I might have to do a little more trimming on it. I'm gonna get those good and painted. And you guys, I am not wearing gloves. Oh well. I should have been. Like, I'm trying to clean my fingers now. I'm sure I'm gonna have to dry them. Oh, wait not. Maybe I'm not gonna dry them. I'm just gonna set them to the side. Gotta wipe it off, the paint, so it doesn't get on my box. Oh, now I'm gonna put gloves on. Okay. I guess I realized. So we're gonna get that good and dry. And you know, I'm gonna sand off the edges, and so you want to make sure that it's nice and dry so that it doesn't tear on you as you sand it down. And you do it in a downward motion. It leaves a pretty clean edge. Okay. Pretty good. I'm sure if you guys follow crafters, you know all about this stuff, because everybody does it. So I see that there's some white around there, so I'm just gonna go touch that up with that blue, sort of blending it in. Sort of off camera there, sorry about that. I think I'm getting better. I'm trying. My dogs. I have a puppy and he just gets too rough with my other dog. He just got a new bark box today, so I gave him his toys out of it. He was so happy and busy with them. So I said, oh, I'm going to run upstairs and get this video done. Now I hear you picking on his sister. So now I'm going to just continue because I didn't do the back. And I don't think on here I show you guys, but I do take all the stickers off the bottom and paint it also the same color. And those stickers are a bear to get off. Boy, the cigar boxes, I don't know what kind of adhesive are on those, but man, they're hard to get off. I mean, you got to really work it. Lots of heat, lots of scraping. And then after that, you have to try to sand a little bit because you have some glue stuck to it. Oh. Hey, but they're cheap. Cheap way to get yourself a nice box. I think I'm getting pretty close to being done with this painting. Oh. Okay, yeah, now I'm going to seal everything. And you can see there I've added some corners, and I think there's some legs in that little pile, so I'm going to be adding all those. So I was trying to put this on with this fan brush and it just wasn't working, so I had to switch brushes. So yes, that was working better. So I use Liquitex for my sealer, and it's just a gloss varnish, an acrylic. And I really like it. I do use Duraclear and triple thick also. But, you know, they have a really high gloss. And after a while, you know, they can get a little chunky, thick. goopy, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the right word is. So I'm going to be putting a moth on the inside, putting that little handle there and these corners. Sort of trying to figure out how everything's going to look. Adding my little moths around, flying around their cage. Create a story here. This is the moth, or the Moth Queen's magic box. It has to do with moths. And I decoupaged this paper inside the box, but I didn't get it on camera. I don't know if I didn't record it or if I lost it. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to paint the inside. And I think I just used black paint on this. And so you can sort of tell the difference between the edges of the box are like a blue and then the inside is black. And I don't know why I did that. I can't think of my thought process now on that. Maybe I just didn't want to have to mix colors again. Oh, so I must have got it on the hinge or something. Getting it a good dry. I still have to go around the top. So I'm going to be adding the moth right there. Get that glued in. And dry it a little. Make sure it's on there pretty good. Oh, so I'm going to use the little bronze on that moth. Get him ready. He makes an impact when you open the box. So I'm going to do the rest of them too, it looks like. Yeah. So this box is going to match the queen. So they can go together. Oh, there, I'm using my Gorilla Glue. About time. I finally got a new tube. I was fighting with that one. I have to keep cutting it to try to get glue out of it. So I'm putting on the corners. What do you guys think of those corners? Is that something you would use? I think it just dresses it up a little bit. Makes it look a little more gothic. Now I'm going to add the moths to it. So for this one, I saved the little ones to add. I was just trying to randomly place them on there. I had no rhyme or reason. Just like they were flying around. So this little knob I purchased from Amazon, and I just glued it, but it really needs to be screwed in. But the screw was too long. And I'm trying to do some measurements there with my brush, trying to see, like, do I have this centered? Yeah, it should be screwed in. I will need to purchase a little screw to try to screw that in because it's not going to hold even with the glue. So I have these legs. I think I used them on something else. So I'm going to get those added. Going over it with some of the bronze. Just so everything matching. Just double checking everything. Just going to go over the hinges a little bit to give them the same sort of tone. And have to do the other 2 feet, making sure these are on good. And the knob keeps coming off. It's not coming off, it's just sliding. But I'm sure once I try to open this box using that knob, it's going to come right off. So I really have to get it screwed in. But around drying it, you see I got some glue on my fingers there. Still drying. What do you guys think so far? Oh, it looks like I'm going to go in and seal everything with the Liquitex. So yeah, I'm going to get everything sealed. I think it looks pretty nice. And it looks pretty fancy. What do you guys think? I think it's a really pretty box. From the cigar box to this. I'm sealing the bottom. I did try to use the Decoupage Soft Touch. That's supposed to give it like a velvet look and feel. But it didn't work for me, so I don't know if I did something wrong. Not sure. I just sealed it with the Liquitex. I'm just getting it all dry. Yeah, it was sticking a little hard to open. I think it's just because it's a cigar box. It's not really anything fancy, even though I'm trying to fancy it up. Guess I'm still sealing it, going around there. Oh. I guess I'm double sealing it. Not sure. Those little cups are little silicone cups I got off Amazon, and I just love them for this stuff. You don't have to use a lot of different paper plates or anything like that, or mess up like my bottle of Liquitex trying to get it out of there, and nothing sticks to them. Like if it dries, all you have to do is sort of squeeze it and you can just pull it out. They're so easy. So you can do that with paint, with Mod Podge, with Liquitex. They're handy. So I know we're just about done and about ready for the final reveal. That should be coming up here soon. Here we go. Here's our final reveal. So I just want to thank everybody for watching, and if you liked what you've seen, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification button, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought of this project. I think she's beautiful. Bye now.